Following news of the Lindo Creek massacre, the mining camp owner Leonard Arokium retained the services of attorney Nigel Hughes to ensure that a proper investigation was done, since the families of the victims were suspicious of the joint forces' involvement in the incident. When Hughes took to the stand before the Commission of Inquiry, he related that at the time he wrote to then Police Commissioner Henry Green, indicating that they retained the services of United Kingdom's Forensic Science Service to aid the police in their investigation of the incident. Then Chief of Staff Rear Admiral Gary Bess was also copied in the correspondence. However, Green acknowledged receipt of the letter, but never took up the offer. Instead, they relied on the United States for help, which never materialized, and then settled for assistance from Jamaica and Trinidad to identify the remains.
And then there was a very testy exchange between myself and Commissioner Green, in which I indicated to the Commissioner that we had virtually lost confidence in the ability of the Guyana Police Force to conduct a fair investigation or any investigation of any credit at all. And we expressed those sentiments in the letter and indicated to him that we, since the end of June and early July, had offered these services. And now it appeared as if he had deliberately delayed the investigation, and we expressed those sentiments, and he responded, I would say, in similar tone.
Hughes recounted that in August of 2008, they received information that the cellular phone of victim Dax Arokium was still being used. He said they got a printout of the calls made using the number and furnished it to the police. He also made calls to the listed numbers.
And the Commissioner wrote back denying that they were aware of his phone number and that the phone number had never been provided, and we responded to him saying, "I'm very sorry, that's not correct. Mr. Rokim specifically provided that information to the police officers when the Prime Minister, the Minister of Home Affairs, and other senior police officers visited his home." So we responded to the Commissioner indicating that his claim that he had not received the number could not be correct, because that was provided since when those persons had visited the home of Mr. Rokim.
Additionally, the COI heard that the mother of victim Campton Spears last saw Dax alive on June 5th when he was heading into Lindo Creek. According to Hughes, she reportedly sent a message to her son informing him to be careful because of the heavy police presence in the back dam.
She says that members of the Black Clothes came out from the back dam, and she asked one of them about her son in the back dam, and his exact words as captured in the statement was, "Nobody is in the back dam, we have just boomed the back dam," which he understood to mean blown it up, and he said specifically, "Nobody is left in the back dam."
Hughes also stated that Yuri Varswick, who had escaped from the Georgetown prison, was a part of the joint services team that went into Lindo Creek when the police force had been in search of the Fine Man gang. He added that Varswick was under the command of a serving member of the Guyana Police Force. When asked by the Commission's chairman, Justice Donald Trotman, to reveal the name of the serving officer, Hughes declined in fear of the officer's life. Sometime between June 12, 2008 and June 24, 2008, miners Cecil Arokium, Dax Arokium, Compton Spears, Horace Drakes, Clifton Wong, Lancelot Lee, Bonnie Harry, and Nigel Torres were shot and killed and their bodies burnt at the Upper Berbice River mining camp. For the Evening News, Legram Baguette.